and I'm feeling good.
Hello, hello, hello. It's Tamika of Love Inspired Teach E. My lips are dry, so I'm trying to find some lip gloss. And I guess I'm finally able to go on all my other channels um, and talk about this. And Rihanna's right. They better have my money. So I'm gonna do my best not to cry, y'all. Like, I'm better about accepting the loss of my grandmother, and honestly, it's more about the loss of my mom because I warned my family if I didn't get to talk to my grandmother and she passed, we were gonna have problems. It's so disrespectful. It's so hurtful. I love my grandmother dearly. I will always love her. She's forever in my heart, right? And she's with Papa, and I think I've kind of come to grips with that. But so I guess my grief is more for the loss of my family because I don't bother with them. I don't want to talk to them. They have no apologies for me. We had a smile in each other's face for the funeral, but they're all just phonies. So I didn't do the best job parking. I don't plan on being here long, but if you're not my friend on my personal Facebook page, then you won't be able to see the day of the fire. But the day of the fire, YouTube, I think this will be the first you're hearing the full story. The day of the fire, the board member who lives on site. There's a couple that live on site, and there's a few that are investors. So there's like 3 that live on site because I think our board has 5 people, right? And the one that lives closest to me, all he did during the fire was like watch me. He didn't. He just shit talked me. He watched me. He didn't care about my house. The only person Chris and B care about is themselves. Like if you see the way they park every day, oh my God. And every time I complain, they might fix it for like a day or two. And then they go right back to doing the same rude, disrespectful, irresponsible, selfish parking. So I can come back here and today one of their cars is parked right, but it depends on who parks the damn car. Um, so yeah. So I'm back at my condo. Uh, I had them board up certain doors, and part of the reason why certain doors are boarded the way they are, I don't trust my neighbors. You would think like if something like this happens, then your neighbors could maybe be the ones to like look out for you, watch your home. Not me. I haven't had that with them for a long time. Like it's sad. It's really sad. I'm a friendly person. I've always been that way. That's probably why I typically succeed in sales. But yeah, I've lived like this. But you know, as a black person, like we kind of get used to like that type of treatment. So it's not that huge of a deal to us because we're like numb to it. We're used to people being jerks to us for no good reason most of the time, or jealousy, or whatever the case may be, right? So yeah, when it comes to the state of my home, this is a plant that was in the house. This is another plant that was in the house. And now look at it. You know, like, it is what it is. It is what it is. But this is my house. And the day of the fire, my neighbors, my neighbor has the nerve to say, it's not your house, it's your mom's house. Like, you checked the deed because last I checked, my name's on it. Last I checked, I'm the one who's been paying the mortgage all these years. And I might have had some struggles with it, but I figured them out, you know? But all he cares about is everything but the right things because let me show you, YouTube, where, sorry, I'm trying to get this easier to move around and situated. But all he cared about was filming me, blaming me, blah, 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 blah. He always has a problem. He always has a problem with me specifically. And I just stopped caring because I'm like, you know, it's one of those where damned if you do, damned if you don't situations. Like he probably thought because my mom gave me her old patio furniture that it was hers. It's not. It's mine. This is my house. Like my mom gives me hand-me-downs all the time. So I'm not supposed to accept them for your benefit? Like it just doesn't make any sense. No damn sense, right? So usually I'm just like whatever, I don't care because I have more important things to do like take care of my kids, you know? So I wonder if I could have thrown this potting soil on fire. But whatever the case may be, we'll see if my indoor plant, if my plant decides it wants to live anyway, even though it lived through fire. But the roots are still okay. I just gotta put more dirt on them, and we'll see what happens. Cause you can see they're kind of okay, but I don't have time to be gardening right now. I'm tempted to, cause the potting soil I have right there. So I'll get to it. It's just not gonna be right now. It's not right now. But yeah. Like I've lived with it for years. I've lived over here for like oh almost 6 years now. And like I know who my neighbors are, I know what they're about, I know how they act. Um so yeah. Well, and actually I think this one was in the house too. And I pulled it out here. Like look at mine. So you can see you can see that was probably part impacted by the flame, but yeah. Probably going from the heat to the cold didn't help anything. Look at that. And I brought my gloves and didn't put them on again. All the time. Every time I forget. My gloves are here, but did I put them on? No. When I get in the house, there's some gloves though. Because there's no water. I can't wash my hands in the house. But y'all know when I come here, I go live. Well, if you're a Facebook friend, you know when I come here, I go live. And I can't stay long because one, I have to go to the bathroom. But two, oh shoot. I was checking to see if the gate opens and I was going to show y'all. I have a long list of things. Like I haven't called the utility company to suspend my services because American Red Cross said suspend them, don't cancel them because then you have to pay the fee to get them turned back on. I have to, let's see if they fix the gate. Gate doesn't work. Like, you want to know why the gate doesn't work? Because when it's cold outside, I gotta move the car. But anyway, when it's cold outside, when you do that, it's supposed to go back down. All right, anyway, when it's cold outside, so it could be that the wiring, it was slow. See, he's still parking that way. So now I got to screenshot this. But anyway, as long as like his full tire past do you see these lines? He always does that. But I actually probably can fit my car in the space. But the fact of the matter is, they do it to be jerks. And when I moved here, their rationale was we don't have a yard, so we make a yard by making these elongated parking spots. Now, I used to live in a condo building where you could do tandem spots. That is not what we have here. But if that's what you want, you have to bring it to the board. You have to get a vote. You have to do it the proper way. But my whole point was if my son should come behind your car, because my son is rambunctious, as we all know, and you're backing up or whatever with the car, and you don't see him because of the way you think is better, then we're going to have a problem. And I've said it repeatedly. It's about safety, and they don't care. They don't care because they've lived here since the building was built. I don't care if you lived here since the building was built. Guess what? The people I bought the place from paid the condo association dues, and they were behind and had to pay them, like, get caught up because there was a special assessment. There's almost always a flipping special assessment, right? Their camera's right there. So when I talk shit about them, like I'm well aware that Chris will sometimes watch the camera and he'll hear me talking shit about him. I've talked shit about him at the Chris Kindle Market. I don't care because he's disrespected me so many times the entire time I've lived here. I stopped caring when I would bring it to the board and they do nothing because he's on the board. So why would they do anything? Anyway, I gotta put this mask on. Oh, the smell. Like, I noticed the smell way more now than I did when the fire first happened. Let me get a peek. And the guys didn't tell me when they left yesterday, and I asked them to tell me when they were leaving, but I think he was leaving around the same time as me. And it's because I was looking for something and couldn't find it. So, I come back daily to check and make sure there's nothing missing. Because I'd be mad if somebody take my stuff. So I didn't bring a flashlight. There's the gloves. I have to pee. I'm going to have to do this later. Because I have to pee that bad. Let me just move the car. I'm going to end up having to go to the bathroom at the library and come back and park the car. So I'm going to do that. And I'm looking for the car charger for my phones because I haven't seen those yet, but they might be burnt up. Or someone said they could be fire compromised. I'm like, all right. I don't even know if the library is open. Let me go to Starbucks, y'all. So that's my house. I didn't get to show you guys the inside, but if you're on Facebook, there's plenty of video there. So check me out. Tamika C. Williams, owner of Love Inspired Teach E, creator of Royalty KO Media, creator of both actually. And I try to keep love in my heart. The whole name of my company starts with love. So love one another, inspire people around you, teach one another how to move past the BS so we can all evolve. But have a great day, y'all. I'm gonna need a minute. Love you.